Well, welcome everyone to the South End of Springfield, our own little Italy here in the City of Homes. I'd like to take a moment to thank each of you for coming here and spending your afternoon on a Monday to unveil our beautiful mural. First, I'd like to welcome our Mayor, Mayor Domenico Sarno. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for coming. I'd like to recognize and welcome our honorary Italian Consul, Paul Picknelly. Thank you, Paul. Also in the crowd, I'd like to welcome Brian Santinello, our City Councilor. Brian, thank you. I'd like to welcome Dr. Rocco Masidi from Comites. Rocco. Also, I'd like to welcome Mr. Leo Florian of the South End Civic Association. Leo. Also, welcome to all the officers of the Sons and Daughters of Italy, to the Mount Carmel Association, and also, most importantly, I'd like to welcome two very special people. Britt from the Commonwealth Murals, right here, Britt. And our own Michelangelo, if you would, Nico, our artist here, Nico, all the way from Virginia. So thank you all for coming. First, I'd like to ask our mayor to come up to share a few words with Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Sal, very much. Thank you, Sal. Let's give Salvatore a round of applause. Sal and the whole crew here, Ray Catuno, the Sons and Daughters of Italy, and Alvest. I see my uncle there and Leo. Look forward to continue to celebrate and be proud of our Italian-American heritage and culture. And of course, to all the businesses down here, La Florentina, Anna and Leo, and to Rico Daniele, and all the businesses. It's great to get everybody back together. I want to give Britt Rhue a big round of applause. Some years ago, Anita Walker, who was then the commissioner, state commissioner of arts and culture for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, approached me and said, "You're the first mayor we're reaching out to because Mayor Sarno, Dominic, we think you get it about art and culture and how it hooks up for economic development and how you could sell it to the business community." And I told many in the business community, I thank all the businesses that have stepped up, that if you keep it clean and safe and aesthetic quality, it looks good, it's vibrant, people feel good. And when they feel good, they like to spend money in your businesses. And I know, Britt, we were told, Sarno, you're out of your mind. They're going to vandalize these murals. Not one of the murals that we have put up across the city has been vandalized because of the community input working together. And Britt, I want to thank you for your efforts. And we look forward to continuing to fund that through my Chief Development Officer, Tim Sheehan. You're also up at the X. Every time I go by there, I beep the horn on the cut-through street off Cliffwood Street there on Lenox Street. And Nico, our Michelangelo there. And the beautiful Anna, she is the model for this. Doesn't that look fantastic? Anna, she didn't want to be up here either. And the Paul Picknelly, I want to give a big round of applause, bringing back the Italian consulate here at his place, so now we don't have to go all the way to Boston. And little by little, piano piano, as we say in Italian, as we start to continue to bring back and continue to celebrate our Italian-American heritage. And I think this is wonderful, because when you look at this mural, you see many of the culture and traditions of Italia, but mainly what you see out of is a famiglia, the family. And that is very, very big in our Italian culture. Food, our religious faith, and our familia. To Sal and everybody, there's so many people, numerous people involved in this helping out. We appreciate your continued belief and investment on this, and I'll turn it back to our MC, and I'll leave with this. Alvest.
And now I'd like to call up our Italian honorary consul, Mr. Paul Picknelly. Let me just share with you for a moment. When Paul found out about this, the first thing he did was called me and offered any support possible for this project. And Paul offered his own Sheraton Hotel for our artist who was visiting from out of town, and she said it's the best dig she's had yet. So thank you, Paul, for your generosity in all this. So, Paul, please.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's a beautiful night here in the South End of Springfield, and it's always wonderful to see things happening in our South End. What a better way to celebrate with this extremely beautiful mural. Unfortunately, this building fell in some tough hands, and that's all has changed with the Sons and Daughters of Italy, and a huge round of applause to Sal Circosta and his efforts in changing all that. And Sal, I apologize if I get this wrong, but I think the Sons and Daughters have only been in existence for about a year and a half now. Is that fair to say? Am I somewhat accurate? The amount of work that the Sons and Daughters of Italy have done in the year and a half is amazing. Their first 6 months, they had their first gala at the Sheraton Hotel, a sold-out crowd of 400 people. How wonderful was that, Sal? It's terrific. And also, there's a number of events that have been taking place. And it's all because of the hard work of efforts from the board of directors of the Sons and Daughters of Italy. And again, a huge round of applause of all the directors that are here today, because you're making a difference in our community. And Sal probably won't say this, but I'm going to say it on his behalf. If you're not a member of the Sons and Daughters of Italy, please consider that. The membership is very reasonable. It goes to all the causes that we all want to see in our South End, and it's really important that we get the number of people to become members of the Sons and Daughters of Italy. But seriously, if you're not a member, please consider it, and Sal's here, and I'm certainly at this event. He'll certainly tell you how to do that. So thank you all for coming. It's a wonderful event, and I appreciate your attention. Thanks.
Now, let me just thank you, Paul. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I just want to say I have no problem telling you to join the Sons and Daughters of Italy. I have packets inside ready to go. I have applications ready to go, and I'll tell you where to make the checkout to. So for that, I have no problem because I'm excited because of the good work the Sons and Daughters of Italy here in the City of Springfield have done and will continue to do. We just had our Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel just last month. And we were lucky with beautiful weather. We had a beautiful procession, and we had a beautiful dinner at the church. And there's so many people here who put that together under the direction of Anna Danielli of La Fiorentina. So Anna, thank you for all the work you continuously do for the Italian community here in Springfield. She told me I have to sell more tickets to the Assunta dinner coming up this Sunday. We have the feast. The Calabrese traditionally had the Feast of the Assunta in the middle of August, on the August 15th. So our feast is going to be August 18th. We'll have our Mass at 10:30, the procession following Mass, and then a beautiful homemade dinner following at 4 p.m. If you'd like a ticket, all the information's inside. It's $40 a ticket, and all that money goes to the good work that the Sons and Daughters of Italy are doing here in the City of Springfield in the South End. So I ask you all to please consider purchasing a ticket for that. I want to just thank everyone for being here, and I'm going to turn it over to Britt and to Nico in a minute or so. But I just want to tell you a little bit of the backstory of where we're coming from. As all good decisions are made here at La Fiorentina's, I was here having a coffee one morning, and Britt was talking to Mauro about the beautiful mural they put in, was a year or two ago or so. And they were eyeing this building right here. Now, this building has been in the center of our Italian community since 1897, when Italian immigrants came here 10 years before the church was built, and built this building as a sign of our permanency here in the City of Springfield and a sign of our unity as Italians in the City of Springfield. And this building has stood as a landmark for our community involvement here in the City of Springfield. We honored Our Lady of Mount Carmel here at the naming of this building because Our Lady of Mount Carmel there's a basilica in Naples, Italy, overlooking the port of Naples. And when the majority of Italian immigrants left Italy, whether they were in Calabria, whether they were in Quindici, Bresciano, or wherever in Italy, they probably saw lit on the mountaintop the Basilica of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And a lot of those Italians were scared. They were leaving everything they knew behind, their families, whatever little property or gardens or farms they may have had, for a better opportunity. And many of those Italians, our own ancestors, made a promise to Our Lady of Mount Carmel that if they were to be successful, healthy, and safe, that they would honor her. So today, as the children, the grandchildren, great-grandchildren of those immigrants, we continue honoring Our Lady of Mount Carmel and our Blessed Mother today and always. And when our conversation evolved, that Britt came to me and she says, what sort of image would you like? And I said, there's only one image, our Blessed Mother, because she is the cornerstone of our Italian community. No matter when we might disagree with one another or when we might not see eye to eye, our Blessed Mother, our feast, our festa, as our mayor said, brings us all together. Now, over the last few years, this building has gone through many hands. And now it's in the Sons and Daughters of Italy and the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Society's hands. And I promise you, as the president today, that this is for the Italian community, for both men and women. The doors are open to build a new Italian generation here in the city of Springfield. I ask for your support, I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your membership if you're Italian American. This is what we need in the city of Springfield and the South End. I ask for your support in all this. Now, when Britt was bringing this about, we had lots of conversations, and I could tell you she worked her tail off putting this together. She worked vigilantly. She emailed me, she called me, we had many discussions, and she was the top professional I've ever dealt with. So for that, I'm very grateful, Britt, for your hard work in the city of Springfield. So with that, I'd love to introduce our Italian community to the brain behind this project. Britt, please.
Wow, that was really quite an introduction. Thank you. This has been such an amazing project. I have the honor and the joy of working in communities across Springfield, and as the mayor said, Commonwealth Murals really tries to create art, public art, that is by, for, and about the community that's living with the art day in and day out. And there is an incredible community right here that sees this building, has been interacting with this building, and so we really wanted to make sure that we created a piece of art that would become loved and that would reflect you, and so hopefully you will have done that. We will have done that for you. Mostly because of Nico. Nico is an incredible artist. If you haven't already looked her up, she's award-winning and a national award-winning muralist. She's given a TED Talk about the responsibility of public art, and she, I would say, is the consummate professional. Muraling is like a marathon. It's kind of like this extreme sport of the art world. It takes an incredible amount of hard work, physical work, emotional work, mental work, creative. And she was here at about 6:30 every morning and working just to make it just right for all of you. So Nico, I want to say thank you so much. I also want to say thank you to the mayor. The mayor has been a supporter of Commonwealth Murals from before the beginning in 2019 and every year since. And this would not be possible. That mural would not be possible. None of the murals we do would have been possible without the mayor's support. So thank you very, very much for that. And I also work with a lot of building owners and heads of community organizations in Springfield. And Sal, you are setting a really high bar. I really want to say thank you for your vision and your leadership. When Mauro suggested, well, you know, things have changed across the street, maybe you could talk to the new president. I think you said yes in 5 minutes. But just with such a clear vision of what it needed to be. and have been an incredible host, Sal and the club and the community. We are quite spoiled now. It's going to be a little hard to go do any other mural now. But thank you so much for all of that.
When this project was taking off, Britt said, I have exactly the right artist in mind. And we met on Zoom with Nico in, I believe you were home in Virginia. We were all chatting together, and Nico said, well, Sal, I studied Michelangelo's art and his frescoes. And once she said that, it was an easy decision. I said, this is the gal we need. So I'd like to call Nico up to introduce herself and some of the great work she's done. So Nico, please.
Hi. I have to say a huge thank you to the community here because I've been here for a week and I feel like I'm leaving with a new family. I had a great dinner with Sal and his family last night, and I'm never going to be able to eat pasta sauce again. So big thank you to Britt for bringing me out here and knowing the person for the project. That's a hard thing to do. When she asked me to come out and do this, she was telling me a little bit about what was wanted, and I went, like Sal said, oh, I've been studying frescoes forever. That's one of the reasons I do what I do, and I'm like, let's go into an Italian community and really get to play with that. So I'm really humbled by that opportunity, and I really do also have to thank Anna, who I feel like probably doesn't love the spotlight right now, but what's important to me when I create artwork is that it reflects the people that live in the neighborhood. It's really important to me that whatever's painted on the wall looks like someone who could be living next door to you. So she literally is. And so thank you for letting me dress you up. We had a wonderful morning where I made her look like that. So long story short, I really appreciate this experience. It is an honor of mine to be invited into a neighborhood and trusted with changing the narrative of a neighborhood a little bit. That's what public art does. And it also creates a little bit of community. So there's something on this wall now to stand and talk about and appreciate. And that's an incredible privilege that I have. So I hope that I took my responsibility seriously to the Italians of Springfield. And thank you so much.
Nico, on behalf of the Sons and Daughters of Italy in Springfield and the Mount Carmel Society, I just want to present you with a small gift as a memorial of the hard work that you did, and your artistic God-given talent will be on our building for the rest of our lives. And with that, we want to give you a book on Italian art from Florence. It's not Rome, but Florence is pretty good too, I guess.
All right.
It's a little heavy for your bag to go on there,
my
but
God.
nonetheless.
That's all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And after this, after we have the ribbon cutting, you all are welcome inside the club. There'll be some light refreshments thanks to Anna and Leo Daniele at La Fiorentina's. And there'll be some water and some espresso as well. So please come inside after. You're all welcome. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
I just want to introduce you to our model, Anna Liquori. Anna was suggested. I asked Mauro for some suggestions of some Italian women in our area that we can use as a model. And I told him, I said, I felt like Donald Trump with the Miss America. I was looking at all these women, and I said, which one am I? So when I saw Anna, I said, Anna is the epitome of what it means to be a beautiful Italian woman. And I said, what better model for our Blessed Mother? So thank you, Anna, for agreeing to this. Thank you so much.